Bob is wise, he's very caring, he's very interested and interesting, and my mother would call him the salt of the earth.
Robert Newman was born in Manitowoc, Wisconsin in 1943. He grew up in Northern California and graduated in 1965 with a degree in operations research from UC Berkeley. He continued his education and received an MBA from UCLA.
After that, I went to my first job, which was at North American Aviation, working on the Apollo program. At the time, of course, President Kennedy wanted us to get to the moon, so I felt to be a very small part of that effort.
Here was where Bob met his wife, Judy, who was also working on the Apollo program. In 1969, Bob joined Motorola in Chicago.
Folks there decided they need someone to implement cellular telephony. So we actually, in my little group, did the first test bed for cellular telephones.
Seeking milder winters, the couple headed west in 1974.
So we moved to Denver without ever having seen it before.
In 1976, Bob started his own company and then merged with another small firm to form J.D. Edwards & Company.
Early on, J.D. Edwards was solving a problem in the market that nobody knew they could solve, which was basically the first ERP for medium-sized businesses.
J.D. Edwards became the fourth largest application software company in the world, with almost 6,000 employees in 15 countries. When J.D. Edwards went public in 1997, Bob left to pursue other interests and started Greenwood Gulch Ventures.
I had an opportunity to start something which would invest in small software companies, and one of them, which is called GolfTech, that's headquartered here in Denver, actually did very, very well.
The Colorado Technology Association actually started in 1994 with Bob Newman. Bob knew how important the software industry was going to be to Colorado, and he pulled together a group of leaders.
The Newmans started collecting art after J.D. Edwards went public.
This is really a hobby, collecting art for us. We felt we could do the most by kind of helping in the arts area. So that's how we sort of got started with programs and buildings, and I guess the buildings get most notoriety.
Bob is one of the most interesting artistic lovers I've ever met. He loves everything from children who write plays to fine art.
The Newman Center for the Performing Arts at DU was started when Chancellor Dan Ritchie asked Judy to lead the fundraising campaign.
So she said no 3 or 4 times until she finally got bludgeoned over the head enough by Dan that she said yes. And so we ended up saying, okay, we're going to be the lead donor on this.
And we raised the money to build one which is really as good as any or better than anything else in the world. I mean, it is that good.
Bob and Judy have also been very generous to the Denver Center for the Performing Arts with the lead gift for the renovation of the Tramway building.
Bob and Judy celebrated their 50th anniversary with us here at the Denver Center. We had a wonderful 50s style dinner in the Sewell Grand Ballroom. And then guests had the opportunity to see a part of On Your Feet, the Broadway musical that was produced by Gloria Estefan. And she actually did a shout out from the stage because she's their neighbor in Florida.
We've had so many great moments with the Newmans. I remember in particular when we went to Antarctica, there was this ongoing competition between Judy and my older son as to who would be the first to experience the 7 continents. So they were jockeying for position on the Zodiac boat that was heading towards Antarctica to see who could get off the boat first. I think Bob's legacy in Colorado is assured. An incredibly successful businessman whose business brought real economic development to Denver, and an incredible philanthropist who's benefited his community by his presence and his wisdom.